You are tuning in to Teen Book Talk with Stacey at the Goffstown Public Library. I am Stacey, the Teen Services Library Assistant. All right, today's book talk is all about the Flume Teen Reads Award. If you don't know what the Flume Award is, by the end of this video, you will. I'm also going to share the 10 books that are on the current Flume Awards nominee list. So to get started, let's find out what is the Flume Teen Reads Award. All right, the Flume. It is a New Hampshire Teen Reader's Choice Award that was created in 2005 in response to a New Hampshire teen's request to have a book award that was geared toward high school students. This award is a statewide collaborative effort between teens and school and public librarians. Each year, teens nominate titles that they think deserve to be recognized, and then librarians take that group of titles and they narrow it down to a shorter list. But at the end, the teens vote for a winning title from that short list. Okay, so in order for a book to make the Flume Award nomination list, there is some criteria that must be met. We can't just be willy-nilly picking books out of everywhere, okay? Only 3 things. The first one, the titles must be nominated by teens that are in grades 9 through 12. They can be fiction books, nonfiction books, or graphic novels. They just have to appeal to this age group. Second, they must have a publication date that is within the last 2 years of the nominating year. That was a tongue twister. And third, if the book is part of a series, it must be able to stand alone, meaning the reader doesn't have to read other parts of the series to understand what's going on in the book. That's it. Pretty simple, right? Are you wondering how long the whole process takes? Well, it can be a little tricky. See, there's always 2 lists that we're working with, the current year's list and the upcoming year's list. But here's a timeline so you can see how it all comes together. Okay, year-round teens can nominate titles for the Flume. When March rolls around, there is a committee that comes together of librarians that take all of those nominees that teens in grades 9 through 12 have been submitting. And that list is narrowed down to 10 nominee titles for the upcoming year. In April, teens vote for a winner from the current year's Flume list. Usually that voting is done during National Library Week in April, which is happening right now. But votes are collected all month long and the deadline is April 30th. When May and June roll around, we get the current year's winner that's announced based on that April voting, and then that list of 10 nominees is announced from that March meeting for Flume's list upcoming year. And then teens start nominating again, start reading, and we do it all over. Okay, now that we know what the Flume Award is, we know how nominees are picked, and we know how a winner is picked. So let's take a look at the current year's 10 nominees. A link to voting is in the description field below because these are the books that you are voting a winning title from. That link will have all the titles and all the authors, and pay attention, this will be fast. Book number 1, When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. This is a heartfelt, hilarious novel about 2 Indian American teens whose parents conspire to arrange their marriage. Now, Dimple is ready to embark on a summer program for aspiring web developers. She's also looking to take a little break from her family. Rishi Patel, on the other hand, is a hopeless romantic. And when his parents tell him that his future wife is going to be at this same summer program, he is going to have to woo her, and he is all in. Okay, our next book is We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. Marin hasn't spoken to anyone from her old life since the day she left everything behind. No one knows the truth about those final weeks, not even her best friend, Mabel. Now live at college in New York, Marin still feels the pull of the life and tragedy she's tried to outrun. Mabel is coming to visit, and Marin will be forced to face everything that's been left unsaid and to also confront her grief and the truth that caused her to flee her home in the first place. Okay, the next book, Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. The dream chooses the dreamer, not the other way around. And Laszlo Strange, a war orphan and junior librarian, has always feared that his dream chose poorly. Since he was just 5 years old, he's been obsessed with the mythical lost city of Weep. And in this book, you're going to fall into a mythical world of dread and wonder, moths and nightmares, love and carnage, and the aftermath of a war between gods and men. This is a story of a war hero, a librarian, and a girl that battles the fantastical elements of a mysterious city stripped of its name. This next book was selected as an audiobook, and it's called I Have the Right To by Chessy Prout. In 2014, Chessy Prout was a freshman at a prestigious boarding school in New Hampshire. This young survivor tells her searing, visceral story of sexual assault, justice, and healing in this gut-wrenching memoir. It puts a magnifying glass to the society that blames victims instead of attackers, but it also offers a real, powerful solution to upending rape culture as we know it today. I Have Lost My Way by Gayle Foreman. A fateful accident draws three strangers together. First, there's Freya, who has lost her voice while recording her debut album. Then there's Haroon, who is making plans to run away from everyone he's ever loved. And finally, Nathaniel, who has just arrived in New York City with a backpack, a desperate plan, and nothing left to lose. Told over the course of a single day, in three perspectives, this is an emotionally cathartic story about losing love, finding love, and discovering the person you're meant to be. All right, 5 books down, 5 books to go, but we're taking a short intermission to show a cute little puppy because everyone loves puppies. Right, enough with the puppy. Bye-bye, puppy. On with the books. This brings us to book number 6, The Backstagers by James Tyan IV. I hope I said that last name right. I don't know. When Jory transfers to an all-boys private high school, he's taken in by the only kids that don't treat him like a new kid, and that is the lowly stage crew known as the Backstagers. Not only does he gain great lifetime friends, he is also introduced to an entire magical world beyond the curtain. With unpredictable twists and turns of the underground world, the Backstagers venture into an unknown, and they are determined to put together the best play their high school has ever seen. Okay, Far from the Tree by Robin Benway. Grace, Maya, and Joaquin are siblings who are unaware of each other's existence until Grace gives up her own child to adoption and she feels compelled to seek out her biological family. So first there is Maya. That is Grace's loudmouth younger sister. She is quick to search for traces of herself among her biological siblings, yet she's really not sure where she fits in. Then we have Joaquin, who is the stoic older brother, and he's never found a family. He believes there's no heroes in life, and he's also he likes to keep things close to the vest where he feels that nobody can hurt him. Can these strangers be compelled to conquer their fears and to share their hearts and to trust each other and become a family? This is a book that explores the meaning of family in all its terms. Our next book is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. Justice McAllister is a good kid and an honor student, and he is always there to lend a helping hand. But none of that matters to the police officer who just put him in handcuffs. Despite leaving his rough neighborhood behind, he can't escape the scorn of his former peers, nor can he escape the ridicule of his new classmates. Justice looks to the teachings of Dr. Martin Luther King for answers, but he's not even sure they hold up anymore. He starts a journal to Dr. King to find out. This next book is called Who Killed Christopher Goodman and is by Alan Wolfe. Everybody likes Christopher Goodman. Sure, he's a little odd. He wears some funny bell-bottoms. He likes to shake everybody's hand. But he's always up for a good time and he'll help out anybody in need. That is why it is astonishingly shocking when he is found murdered. This book is based on a true and terrible crime that happened while the author was in high school, and it sets out to answer that first question that you have in an unthinkable tragedy. How could something like this happen? Okay, we are on book number 10, the final book in our Flume Award nominee list. And the title of this book is Bang by Barry Lyga. Now, Sebastian Cody did something horrible, something no one, not even Sebastian himself, can forgive. At the age of 4, he shot and killed his infant sister with his father's gun. Now, 10 years later, Sebastian has kept living with the guilt and horror of his actions. His best friend is away. He has a new friend, Anissa, to distract him from his darkest thoughts. But even this relationship cannot blunt the pain of his past. Sebastian knows exactly what to do to rectify his childhood crime and sanctify his past. It took a gun to get him into this. It'll take a gun to get him out. Dun, 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 dun. That brings us to the end of our New Hampshire Teen Reads Flume Award Book Talk. I hope you found it informative. Now, if you have read 1, 2, 3, all 10 of these books, don't forget to vote for your favorite. Voting is open now. If you are a New Hampshire teen in grades 9 through 12, we want to hear which book you liked the best. In the description field, I have put a link enabling you to vote for one of these titles. If you've not read these books, or you've only read one and you want something else to compare it to, I've also in the description field listed every title of the book along with its author and where you can find it on as an ebook or an e-audio in downloadable resources. I know, no need to thank me, it's my job. So, I really thank you for joining us today. If you want more of this great content, you have to subscribe to Goffstown Public Library's YouTube channel. If you'd like to share with us any of the books you've been reading or what you've been enjoying about our YouTube videos, please comment below or on our Facebook page, our teen Facebook page, or even on our Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. So until next time, happy reading.